Hi, welcome to this edition of How To Q. I'm going to show you how to patch around pipes. In this case, of course, it is our laundry room sink. So the mudding and the sanding is, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on that because this is going to be completely hidden. But how did I do this patch? I'm going to show you that right now. All right, if you're watching this, you may have done what I did, which was I was putting up a lot of drywall and I didn't want to take time to measure this out. So I basically cut a big square around where the piping goes and I just kept moving. All right, whenever you're patching drywall, you never match the actual hole. You're gonna basically cut out another piece, measure for another piece that's larger than that, and then trace around it. So what I'm doing here is measuring out that piece, and then I'm using this level to figure out where exactly that pipe, I believe that's a 2-inch drain pipe, will go on that new piece of drywall that I'm going to cut out. And then I take those measurements and I put that on the piece of drywall that I've already cut, and I grab a small can that is about the size of that pipe, trace around it, and I've got the hole that I need to cut. I take it outside. I've got a jigsaw. You can obviously use a drywall knife to cut this out. Again, this tool just makes it quicker. All right, now I've got to deal with these water shutoff valves. Basically, they've got compression fittings. That's what I'm showing you there. Make sure you turn off the water. Find the lowest point in your house, drain the water, have a bucket underneath there. It's not being shown there, but I've got one there. Now you can see it. And then all you do is take something that'll make a mark on a piece of drywall. I got toothpaste, and I'm just going to put that drywall up there, use a level to make sure it's plumb, basically. And then I'm going to take that outside. I used a 3/4 inch drill to drill those out. I didn't drill straight through. I drilled on a little bit on each side just so I wouldn't have a lot of tear out. That's a little anal, make it cleaner. Then I'll take that inside and basically fit it onto the pipes so I can mark the area that I need to cut out. I know I'd already measured this out, but this is a lot more exact. So I mark that with a pencil, I take a multi-tool, and I cut out that drywall. You can always obviously use a drywall knife. Multi-tool really helps here just because you're cutting right on top of a bunch of studs back there. Then I take 1x2 pieces of wood and secure them into the corners. That's a great way to hit those edges to secure that piece of drywall. And then, of course, once I fit the piece in there, it never fits the first time, I swear. I can never get that right. So make a couple more adjustments with the multi-tool. All right, the one thing I didn't account for is those water pipes are secured to the wood with kind of these copper flanges. I used a grinder with a sanding wheel to basically account for that, give a much cleaner look. You can use an X-Acto knife, cut out the drywall. Again, it's nice to have the better tools. 1 1/4 inch drywall screws to secure all of this, and this job is done. No sense in putting the old shutoff valves back on. I went out and grabbed some new ones. These are $10 each. Always a good idea whenever you remove older shutoff valves. Don't be intimidated by this job. It's super easy, and a plumber is going to charge you a lot of money to do this. Now just tape and mud it, and you're done. All right, once that's done, I just throw some mesh tape up. I've got some 20-minute mud that I put on. I sand it, and I put another coat on, sand that, and it's ready to go. Again, this is not going to be seen. It's going to be behind a cabinet. There are a lot of videos out there that gives you a lot more detail that'll help you with this step. That's it, pretty easy. There are a lot of cool tools out there, cool ways of doing this. I'm sure there's a million ways of doing this, maybe 10, but this is one way. Hope it helps you. If you learned something, please make a comment, consider subscribing in the bottom right-hand corner. We'll see you on the next edition of How To Q.